took to Twitter and I asked you what kind of video you wanted to see next, and in the poll a Q&A won, and so here I am doing a Q&A. I asked you on Twitter to send me any questions you wanted to ask and I got quite a few in, so I'm just going to jump straight into it and start answering all the questions. I have no idea why this part of my hair just isn't curly and the rest is. Weird. Olivia Jade asks, what are your staple beauty items at the moment? Well, okay, so the ones that sprung to mind are skincare items, and it is the Vitamin E range from Superdrug. I absolutely love their eye makeup remover and their eye cream. I think they're absolutely brilliant. And the other one is the Seaweed range from The Body Shop. I have oily skin and these are great for oil control. I've been using this cream in particular for quite a while now, and I just recently got the oil balancing clay mask and I used that this morning too, and I think overall the whole range is pretty good, especially for my skin. So if you have oily skin, then I would definitely recommend using these products. For makeup, I would recommend either Sleek or Makeup Revolution because they are brilliant budget beauty brands, and they're probably the ones I use the most out of all the makeup brands. Ashley asks, is juggling, blogging and YouTube hard? Although I'm not working at the moment, I probably do have it a bit easier than other people. There are people out there that have jobs and do this. But for me, I struggle quite a bit with chronic fatigue. But I wouldn't really say it's hard. I think I make it harder for myself. I'm not very good at staying motivated and I don't know, staying organised and getting things done. I'm really, as much as I like to say that I do that a lot, like I have lists and I have a diary and I really try to stay organised, I'm not good at it. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's for a lot of people, they don't find it hard. I don't necessarily find it hard, but I make it harder for myself, if that makes any sense at all. I really hope the lighting doesn't change too much because I'm using natural lighting and it keeps going cloudy. Francesca asks, name one thing you've always wanted to do / try but have been too anxious or nervous to take the plunge. What made you stop yourself from doing it, and do you think this year is the year you will finally do it anyway? Well, for a long time I wanted to change my career anyway. I think I spoke about it in my last Q&A that I felt like I was kind of pushed into the career that I was in. Just by various different things around me, like family, college tutors, things like that. It wasn't necessarily something that I chose to do myself, I just kind of went along with it. So I'm kind of already doing the thing that I wanted to do, and that was to go back to college, study something new and do something that I'm truly interested in. Because I'm kind of already doing the things that I want to do, like I'm already like doing YouTube, doing blogging, and I can't think of something in particular that I would want to do. Okay, so I think there are lots of things like on a regular basis that I say no to as a result of like anxiety and my illness, and it's not necessarily big things, it's more like, you know, going out with a friend. Sometimes I'll just say no because I think, oh, I went out yesterday, I'm quite tired today and I don't want to push myself too far, and I want to not do that as much this year. I want to say yes to going out more. I want to say yes to seeing my friends more. I want to say yes to different opportunities a lot more, and I want to stop turning things down because I don't think that I'll manage it. I want to be like, yeah, I can manage this and I can do this. So if that kind of counts as answering your question, that's what I can think of at the moment. Chloe asks, what can't you live without? I can't live without my puppies. Kinda, I love you so much. Charlie's downstairs. He likes to cuddle my nana during the day, doesn't he? Is Charlie downstairs? Like, my dogs are literally my whole world. Like, they are the most important thing in my life, and I think Eric is fully aware that he always comes second when it comes to my dogs. Isn't that right, baby girl? Olivia Jade asked another question and she said, Snog, marry, avoid Louis Theroux, Zac Efron or Simon Cowell. So I would snog Zac Efron because I feel like he would have the best dental hygiene and obviously he's the most attractive. I would marry Simon Cowell because he's rich, and just because you're married to someone it doesn't mean you have to engage in any kind of activity like snogging and things like that. So I'd marry Simon Cowell and I would avoid Louis Theroux because, I mean, I like his documentaries, but I don't think he really has anything else going for him. Sorry to all the Louis Theroux fans out there. Penny asks, what made you decide to go into beauty blogging and has made you stick with it for so long? And she also asked, what has been the most important part of your blogging experience for you? I wouldn't really say I'm a beauty blogger. I kind of consider myself a bit of everything blogger. Like, I blog about health, I blog about dogs, I've blogged about lifestyle, quite a few things actually. I would say maybe the majority of my blogs are probably health blogs more than anything else. Health blogs are my most popular ones too, so I think out of all of them I'm probably more a health blogger than anything else. I just really enjoy beauty and I enjoy anything about dogs. Like, I'm very interested in dog training, dog body language and things like that. Like, I've always been heavily into that stuff. So before I had this blog and channel that I have now, I originally did a lot of blogging just on dogs and dog training, and just and a lot of my videos in the past, which have now been deleted, from 4 or 5 years ago, were all based on dog training and how to care for rabbits and how to care for hamsters and things like that, which were quite popular at the time. And for the second question, the most important part of the blogging experience so far is that I have genuinely made some amazing friends through this. Like, I have people who I talk to almost every day, or most days, people who I can like confide in and I can be open with and talk about things that are bothering me, and that is by far been the best part of this. Like, I'm so grateful for the people that I have met through doing this, and I hope one day that I can meet everyone in person. Katie asks, what inspired you to start YouTube and what is your ultimate goal? I think I spoke about this a little bit in my last Q&A, I can't even remember. I'll link it down below, by the way. I originally did YouTube 5 years ago or something like that, when I was 18, 19, like I said before, and I did a lot of pet related videos. So I did like a rabbit shed tour, because my rabbits lived in a shed with a run, and I did like hamster cage tours, and I really promoted like really positive and force-free dog training and things like that. Like, that I was really heavily into that stuff, and I still am today. And I just stopped doing it because I finished uni and I ended up working, and I just didn't have the time to do it because I was working a lot of hours and I was just doing different things in my life at the time. I started blogging and doing YouTube in June, just gone, June 2017, and it was more because I've always loved what I did on YouTube in the past, but to say that I'm only interested in animals now would be a lie. I'm interested in lots of other things, and I thought, well, I have a lot of free time on my hands now because I've been too poorly to work. I thought I would just take it up again as a hobby, and I really enjoy doing it. I get engagement. People have like, I've had an email from someone saying that they've really enjoyed the things that I do, and people have messaged me, and I feel like I have good engagement, and I don't care like how many like views I get, although I mean it is nice when you do get a lot of views on a particular subject that's important to you. So I don't know, it just means a lot to me. So I think my ultimate goal is to reach as many people as I can, and just, I don't know, it's hard to say because I haven't like got a plan, if you know what I mean. I haven't really got anywhere where I particularly want this to go, but if it does go somewhere then I'll be very happy with it, and if not then I'm going to be, when I finish this course, doing freelance makeup and waxing and things like that. So I'd probably still keep it up as a hobby even if it didn't go anywhere. Shannon asks, snow day or beach day? Oh, this is so hard because genuinely I love both of them. Like, I love a snow day and I love taking my dogs out in the snow, and me and Eric recently went out and had a snow day and made a snowman. But I also love a beach day, and I love the beach and I love hot sunny days. I think if I had to pick between the two, it would be a snow day because it's a bit better for the dogs, and when the weather's too hot and you go to the beach and the sun's being down on them, it makes them poorly. So I think it would have to be snow day if I absolutely had to pick between the two. Mogwai, or Meg, who is on YouTube as well, asks, my question is, can I have a full rendition of you and your boyfriend singing a medley of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend's soundtrack, please? If you haven't been watching my weekly vlogs, basically me and Eric sometimes sing in the car together, and he's not here right now, he's at work, so what I can do is put on some songs when we're in the car on Saturday, and it'll be in my weekly vlog that goes up on Monday. I'll try my best. Book Corner asks, what is your favourite movie at the moment? Ooh, actually, I don't know why I'm even thinking about that. That's so easy. The Greatest Showman. That show is amazing. The soundtrack is brilliant. The story was brilliant, and I was moved to tears a few times as well, and I just absolutely loved it. I left the cinema feeling elated. It was brilliant. Leslie asks, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? I think I touched on this in my last Q&A as well. Basically, I have always wanted to go to either Disneyland or Disney World, and it's kind of become an obsession with me. Like, I've wanted to go ever since I was a child, and I've never been able to. It's a bit too expensive for us, and I feel like the day that I finally experience that, even if it might not be as good as I think it is, I feel like I will have achieved like a lifelong goal that I've always wanted to do, and I 100% would pick that over anywhere else in the world. Chloe has a few questions. She said, do you impulse buy makeup products or read reviews about them first? I always read reviews. I have a real problem with paying money for something that I'll end up not using or giving away or throwing away. Example recently would be the Body Shop foundation. I looked at reviews and some of them were really good and some of them were really bad, so instead of buying one, I went and got a tester and tried it myself, and it turned out to be one of the worst foundations I've ever used. So I'm really glad that I didn't just impulse buy it, because then that would have been £10 just down the drain on a shitty foundation that I would never use again because it was that bad. So yeah, I'm definitely the kind of person who would read reviews because I don't like wasting money. She also asks, what's your fail-safe makeup look? Probably something similar to what I'm wearing right now, and I have to say it will always be winged eyeliner. Like, if I'm going out and I have no idea what makeup I want to wear, I'll pretty much always go for a winged eyeliner. If I'm just going to the shops, winged eyeliner. If I'm going for a meal, winged eyeliner. Like, it's just what I wear all the time. I feel like my eyes look really tiny if I don't wear winged eyeliner. She also asks, if you only had to use 2 makeup brands, one high-end and one high street for the rest of your life, what would they be? I don't really use any high-end makeup at all. I think for the most part they're a waste of money. The majority of high-end makeup isn't even as good as they seem either. But the high street that I would live with for the rest of my life would be Makeup Revolution. Easy. And the last question from Chloe is, what beauty product are you currently loving? I did touch on that before. It's going to be the Vitamin E range from Superdrug, cheap and cheerful, really good, and the seaweed range from The Body Shop, and any makeup by Makeup Revolution or Sleek. All of them, absolutely brilliant. I just had to change the battery in my camera, so I hope it hasn't moved too much. But let's carry on. Jess asks, what led you to getting your cute little fur babies? Well, when I was 18, that was when I got Charlie, and at the time I was at uni and I was working 2 different jobs because I was desperate to get a dog. Like, I've always wanted my own little dog. I was brought up with them, and I don't know, I've always loved animals. Like, before I got Charlie I had hamsters and I had been looking after my hamsters for years, and I just wanted that companionship at the time. So I worked 2 jobs so that I could afford to get him around being at uni, and I just got him. There was nothing really like else to say it. I did impulse buy a little bit, and looking back I would have done more research into different breeds, and I would have researched into different breeders as well. The only thing I can say, it's not an excuse, but I was quite young and quite naive, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I absolutely love Charlie, and I got Daisy when Charlie was 18 months old, and I felt like Charlie was at the perfect age to start introducing a puppy. And at the time it was just before summer, and I was going to have time off work for the summer and from uni, so I had plenty of time to train her. So yeah, I got her in the May when Charlie was 18 months old, and the rest is history. And then I became a crazy dog lady and became obsessive and started doing all things dog related. So that's all the questions that I got in my Q&A. Thank you to everyone that sent them in. I really enjoyed doing this. If you like this video too, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to see more like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!